He could tell John Kennedy if a bill was coming up on the floor of the Senate. He could tell him what that vote was going to be, and he'd never miss. I mean, by one, he'd never miss. Mm-hmm. If he missed by one, it was only because the member was absent. He could count heads like nobody imaginable. Bobby Baker used to count heads for him, and Bobby was able to count votes too. In other words, counting votes was,
I think I'll ask you about Bobby next week when I come.
But he could count heads. And if he asked Harry Byrd of Virginia how he was going to vote, Harry Byrd would tell him how he was going to vote. Or if he didn't know, he'd find out how he was going to vote, and he was never wrong. Johnson was absolutely never wrong. He was totally uncanny. And I don't know that the Kennedy staff fully appreciated until years later the great ability of Lyndon Johnson in this regard.